Hello, the uneducated businessman here. How many of you know incredibly talented people who have no money, who don't succeed, who never take their talents and go to the next level? I know hundreds of people like that. I know hundreds of people that are way more intelligent than I am, way more educated, skillful, vastly better at things than I am, yet they're poor. They never do anything with their talent. They don't understand how to use their talent to their advantage, and quite often it's because they actually lack education, which is a strange thing to say, but it's a rounded education. A lot of people will specialize in something or be very good at one thing. You know, they might excel at a particular area, and whilst that's great, that's really, really good, if you're not a rounded person, if you're not educated in lots of areas, or at least educated to a reasonable standard in lots of areas, things are going to be tough. It's not going to be easy for you to go on and be a huge success. I'll give you an example. When I coach people, I often have to coach people into how to sell things, because they may have a product, they may have a system, they may have a service, and they may be absolutely brilliant at presenting that service, system, product to certain people, but not so good at selling it to the masses. And to become wealthy, to build a good business, to be successful, if no one knows about your product, and if you can't sell your product or your service, then no one's going to buy it, so you're never going to make any money. If you can't sell yourself, no one's going to take you on, no one's going to take you seriously. You could have a hugely beneficial skill to people, but if you go to an interview and you can't sell yourself, they'll overlook you for somebody else, and the marketplace is getting ultra competitive. So it's more and more important these days for people to become better at everything, not just one thing. Now, I always think it's a great idea to specialise in something, become an expert in something, be that person. When you walk into a room, people know you for whatever it is you do, but you also have to be rounded in other areas. So let's say, for instance, you are, I don't know, you're a marketing person and you're an expert in marketing, and whenever you walk into a room, people know you for that. You're still going to have to sell yourself. You're still going to have to sell yourself to people that don't know you. You're still going to have to understand how to put systems into your business. You're still going to have to understand about cash flow. You're still going to have to understand about accounting. There's all these things you're going to have to understand. You may not necessarily do these things yourself, but when you're employing other people to do them for you, you have to understand what they're doing. You're going to have to understand what is involved in their day-to-day job. Otherwise, they're going to take you for a ride. How are you going to know if you're getting value if you're paying someone to do something? So it's not just a case of you have to specialise in one area and be the best at that one thing. Well, so that's great. You need to be rounded in all the areas. You need to have an understanding of everything that goes on within a business if you want to be successful. And I always think if you're not in business yet and you're in a job, then I would encourage people to change jobs regularly or change departments regularly. Because when you do that, you can learn. You can learn other skills. You can make yourself a better person by learning from other people, learning how other departments work, learning how other businesses work. You know, don't work for money. Most people work for money. They just work to get that money at the end of the month. You need to work for more than that. You need to get your money, but you need to get your education as well. Every job you get, you must look at it as a way of getting an education. You've got to look at what can you learn from this job. If the job has no value to you, if you're not learning anything, find another job. Find a job that's going to teach you things. Find a job that's going to teach you how to sell. Selling is probably the best skill you can ever acquire. You know, some people hate selling. They absolutely hate it with a passion. And they would rather stick pins in their eyes than go out and sell something. And a lot of people look down on salespeople as well. They think salespeople are a little bit low life. But some of the highest paid jobs in the world are because people can sell. They know how to sell themselves, they know how to sell a product. People earn fortunes from selling. And you're going to have to sell whether you like it or not. And a bit of advice to you as well, if you are in the camp of, I can't sell. You've been selling all your life and you've probably never even realised it. You know, we sell from the day we're born. We literally do. You know, you look at a baby when it's born will cry. It will cry because it's selling you the idea it's hungry. It's selling you the idea it's tired. It needs something. And it will keep crying until it gets what it wants. That's selling. Now, I'm not saying salespeople have to go out there and cry and keep on crying until they get what they want. But you do have to find out a way of presenting what you need in life to get what you want. And that could even be as simple as going to a restaurant with your partner. You know, a lot of people say I can't sell, but then a couple may want to go out and one wants to go for an Indian and one wants to go for a Chinese. The one who gets what they want has sold the idea. You know, if you want to have the Indian and you talk to your girlfriend and you say, listen, you know, I really would fancy the Indian tonight and maybe we'll do the Chinese next time, I promise you, and this Indian is absolutely amazing, I know you're going to love it, and she agrees, you've sold the idea of her going to an Indian restaurant with you and having that meal you wanted. So we can all sell, and we all do sell, and quite often we don't realise that we sell. So I've gone on a bit of a tangent there, but hopefully you're still with me, hopefully you picked up what I'm getting at. You need to educate yourself in all areas. Don't look at your job as money at the end of the month. Look at your job, what can you learn? If you've got a business, look at the areas within your business that you are maybe struggling with, and you'll probably find that's the biggest area you need to learn in. And learn. Find out what it is you need to learn to sort that part out and learn what you need to learn. And make this a lifelong tradition. Don't just learn something and then forget about it and think you're the finished article. We're never the finished article. Even myself at my age, you know, this channel is the uneducated businessman. You know, I've learned a lot over the years, but I still don't see myself as the finished article. I still see myself as uneducated, and I've got to carry on. I've got to keep learning. You know, and I'm trying to learn as much as I possibly can and present what I'm learning in these videos so to help other people. Now, I've been on the road a lot over the last few weeks, so I've not been able to learn as much as I wanted. So a lot of what I'm talking about is just stuff I know anyway. But as soon as I've got time and as soon as I'm back in my office, I'll be learning again. I'll be learning every day, learning and absorbing so much to try and improve and get better, working out where I lack with things and how I can find an education, find a course, find a mentor to help me with what I'm lacking in. All these things will help me be better, help my business be better, help my family succeed, help me succeed, and help other people around me succeed. Hopefully help you succeed as well. So that's it for today's video. Think about what you're lacking in life, what you're struggling with in life, and I pretty much guarantee that will be the first area you should look at learning from. Learn how to sort that part out. You'll become stronger and better. I'm the Uneducated Businessman. I hope that was useful. Over and out.